Good morning, student. Today's lessons we will conclude the chapter combustions and flame. So, in our earlier discussions, we have already learned what is combustions and what type of substances undergo combustions process. So, combustions, the first requirement in combustion is that we need to have the supply of oxygens, and second thing, combustible substance. So a substance get burned when it get a minimum temperatures, which is called it ignition temperatures. Okay. Now the ignition temperatures of different substances are different, whereas highly inflammable substances like petrol, diesels, and some chemicals, their ignition temperatures is very low, so they get burned very easily. Whereas ignition temperatures of some substance are very high. For example, you can take glass. Now you may say that okay sir, glass don't burn, iron don't burn. But in the general term, in scientific term, we can melt everything. Glass get their shape because we can melt it, which is nothing but due to the process of combustions. So combustions will produce heat and energy. Now every substance that get burned cannot be said that they undergo combustions. Or we cannot say that the substance which burn are a fuel, are good fuel actually. For example, when you have to cook something in kitchen, which fuel will you prefer? LPG or firewoods? So definitely LPG because we have seen LPG has lot of advantages. Your utensil don't get dirty, they don't produce any smokes, etc. Whereas when you are using paper, firewoods, or any others, they produce harmful residues. Then what is a fuel then? Fuel is any material that is capable of releasing energy when burned. Examples are wood, cow dung, cow dung cake, charcoal, gasoline, LPG, and lots are there. Then types of fuel. We have various type of fuels. For example, we have biofuels, fuel which is made by solely the biological products like cow dungs, organic substances. We have biodiesels too, which is made by plants, some seeds. One very famous seeds is the jatropha. It is used to make biodiesels and fossil fuels. Examples are petroleum product. All the fuels of petroleums are fossil fuel. Then the second point which comes to us is, are all the foils are good to be used? No, it's not like that. There are some characteristics. As I mentioned earlier, in case of cooking, we will prefer LPG rather wood. Why? Because of some good qualities. So good foils have these following qualities, and these are, they have high calorific value. Now, what is calorific value? Calorific value is amount of heat produced when 1 unit of any substance is burned. So, in simple language, if we say, then it is what amount of heat is produced or energy is produced when you burn 1 kg of wood. Let's take the example. You take 1 kilo of wood and 1 kilo of papers. You burn it. Do you think that same amount of heat will be produced after burning 1 kilo of paper and 1 kilo of wood? So definitely not. Wood will produce more heat compared to the fire, compared to the paper, though the amount are same. So that's called calorific value. You burn a little amount, but that produce a huge amount of energy. So that is calorific value. So the unit is with one we take. That means by burning 1 kg of any fuel, how much amount of energy is produced, that will be called its calorific value. Okay. So good foil have high calorific value. They are easily transportable. That means you can take them from one place to another place without any discomfort. They have low ignition temperature, means they get burned very easily. They don't produce any harmful substances. For example, when you burn a firewood, lot of black substances, soot, aces are produced. These things are not produced when you burn a good fuel. For example, LPG. Examples of good fuels are LPG, CNG gas, biogases. Now, after learning about fuel, let's know some more about candle. Why we should know about candle? Because it explains us the process of burning and the flame. So, a candle is a coulomb of wax. It burned because of the cotton wick present in it. Burning of wick produced heat which melt the wax, and wax provide the required energy to burn the wick continuously. So when we burn a candle, it produces flame. So in our earlier discussion, we have already seen that there are some substances which burned without any flame. So flame must have some characteristics. So a flame has definite structure. That means we can divide the flame in some parts. So it has the hottest part, it has moderately hot part, and it has least hot part. So if you color a candle, you have to color it in three different parts. You see outer zone, which is actually blue in color, there a complete combustions occurred. Due to that reasons, they are the hottest part. Middle zone, which is partially where partial combustions occurred and which is little bit pale yellow in color. There partial combustion take place, so moderately hot. And the final is the area near the wick. Wick means the thread which you can see in a candle. So that is called your innermost zone. That is black in color. So there actually combustion do not take place only. That's the reason due to which that is least hot. So it implies that when you touch a candle flame, your hand get burned very easily because your hand touch the outer zone. Whereas if you pass your hand or finger from middle of the flame, you see your finger don't get burned. Why? Because middle zone are least hot. Okay. So we have seen that in the process of combustions, heat is produced and energy is produced. Heat is produced because a flame will produce or a radiation will comes. So the different parts and function of flame we have seen. Combustions and air pollutions. So combustions, though it provide energies and heat, but it has some side effects to the environment also. When we burn some things, it produce some component which are harmful to our environment. Mostly combustion produce harmful chemical such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitric oxides. These are very harmful. They get mixed and remain in the atmosphere with the air. Combustion produces shoots and ashes. They cause air pollutions. And the most dangerous effect of combustions is and the air pollution is acid rain. Now, what is exactly acid rain? When sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide gases present in air mixed with the raindrops, and when they fall on the ground, they causes much damage to the crops, buildings, and monument, etc. This type of rainfall that contain harmful chemical like sulfur and nitric oxide is called acid rain. So, dear student, this acid rain causes lot of damage to especially the big buildings. For example, the Taj Mahal, it erodes. It can erode if Taj Mahal is continuously in exposure to acid rain. The marbles, white marble will decolorize. Our Howrah Bridge, which is actually the made up of iron, it will undergo the process of rusting. Eiffel Tower. So if they suffer acid rain, they get damage. Next to acid rain, the another problem that air pollution cause is global warming. So exactly what is global warming? Burning of fossil fuel produce carbon dioxide, and this increase the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. An increased amount of carbon dioxide in atmosphere also increases the average temperature of the earth. This is called global warming. So when amount of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere, what happen? Carbon dioxide gas is a very important component of atmosphere because they absorb the heat of the sunlight. Due to that reasons, Earth as a planet is habitable. Okay, because if there is no absorption process, then what will happen? In the day it will be very much hot because sun is there, and at night it will be too cold that we cannot survive. But our temperature is moderate during days and nights because of the presence of carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide gas absorb sun heats and radiate during the night. But when the amount of carbon dioxide gas increases, what happens? They absorb more amount of sun's heat. Due to that reasons, it increases the temperature of the earth. So that's global warming. So we should find ways to get rid of these problems because it is an environmental problem. So in order to get rid it, what we should do? We should plant more greens, and we should use less fossil fuel. So more green means we need more plantations, less deforestations, and you see in this month we have World Environment Day. You can contribute a great by planting some trees, some saplings, and taking great care of them. So in this way, the supply of oxygen in the atmosphere will increase, and you will help to reduce the global warming. Thank you.